It was a quiet day near Jacksonville University until it wasn't. Sheriff's deputies responded to reports of gunshots echoing through a residential area nearby, and what they found was every officer's worst fear. A 19-year-old woman, pregnant, had been shot multiple times. She was rushed to the hospital. Doctors worked desperately to save her life and the life of her unborn child. A cesarean section was performed, but it wasn't enough. The young woman died of her injuries. The baby, delivered but fragile, followed soon after. 2 lives lost, 2 homicides. The investigation began immediately. In tragedies like this, police often look first to those closest to the victim, a boyfriend, a partner, a former lover, and in this case, detectives did just that, at first. But the boyfriend was quick to shift the spotlight. He named another man, George Prince. And here's where the story begins to unravel in ways no one saw coming. Earlier that same day, the victim's boyfriend had reportedly opened fire on George Prince's apartment, a reckless act of aggression. And if George had shown up later that day at the woman's house, it might have made sense. A revenge killing, brutal, tragic, but in a twisted way, logical. Witnesses backed the boyfriend's claim. Some said George had been recruiting others to help. One even said he declined after hearing the target was pregnant. Allegedly, George responded, "I kill women and children." It was the kind of statement that makes your blood run cold. But then, a twist that left even seasoned investigators stunned. George Prince claimed he didn't even know who the young woman was. Not her name, not her face, nothing. So now the question becomes, if George didn't do it, who did? And how did a young mother-to-be, full of hope, days from delivering her child, end up the target of such brutal violence?
What happened?
When this murder, so that was the girl that was killed.
Okay.
My bad. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't say that. So this.
Yes, she passed away.
Yeah. So she was shot and killed.
Okay.
In her apartment.
Let's take a closer look.
Hey, Mr. Prince. Now I know I asked you earlier. You sure you don't want something to drink?
Yeah, I'm good.
To eat? Anything? Okay. Did they have you out there for a while?
Oh.
Okay. Very good. I didn't introduce myself a minute ago. I'm Detective Reeves, and this is my partner, Detective Stab. So did they tell you anything about what was going on today?
No, sir. They just said that somebody needed to talk to me.
Okay. Yeah, that was me. I needed to talk to you when you got picked up. So, and I know that I don't want to I'm not going to talk to you about your case. I know I looked it up and I saw you had a case that was, is it resolved? Done? Or you a bond? Or?
Yeah, I'm on bond actually. And yeah, I'm on bond. And I'm going to court for it.
Okay, good.
I've been going to court every month.
Okay. And so since you're in custody, I want to, talk with you some, but I want to go over your rights.
So I'm in custody?
Yeah, well, you're down here in the police station. Down here with me, so I want to, make sure you know.
Yeah, because he told my mom that somebody needed to talk to me. So.
Yeah. Since you're here down here for that, I want to talk with you. So we're at the Police Memorial Building. Have you been down here before?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And it's at 501 East Bay Street. And to date, Christmas is almost here. Today's the 9th?
Yep.
Holy cow. 9th of December. You got Christmas plans?
Of course. You got 2 babies.
You do?
Yes, sir.
What are your boys, girls?
I got a boy and a 10-year-old girl.
Okay, very cool. And it's about 1:30 p.m., 1:31 p.m. Okay. Can you, I hate asking you this, but I'm going to. Can you read and write?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Some people get offended, and I don't mean anything by that. It's just one of the things I want to make sure if you don't that we explain things. Okay, so since I'm going to go over your rights with you, would you read that first line right here out loud to me so I can just hear you read that?
You have the following rights under the United States Constitution.
Perfect. Okay, I'll read the rest with you. You don't even need to do that, but we'll just go over them together. So you don't have to make a statement or say anything, and anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer for advice before you make a statement or before any questions are asked of you, and to have that lawyer present with you during any questions if you wish. If you cannot afford an attorney or hire a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning, if you wish. And also, if you do answer any questions, you also have the right to stop answering questions at any time and consult with an attorney if you wish. Do you understand those? Okay, cool. If you would just sign there that you understand those rights.
But I need a lawyer before I sign that, right?
The signature is just to say you understood the stuff I read to you. Now, if you want a lawyer...
No, I don't need a lawyer.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know what I'm signing, like...
It's the constitutional rights form. That's all it is.
Is anything under here?
No, it's another form, sorry. I apologize. No, that's it. The other side's in Spanish, just because we do talk sometimes to folks that speak only Spanish, and we'll get a Spanish interpreter in, and I'll sign too that you understood those rights. So I wanted to talk to you about some of the stuff in your, correct me if I'm wrong, where did those guys just pick you up? Where was that?
Justin Road.
Justin, okay. And that's primarily the area that you live in?
Yes, since I got out of prison.
Since you got out of prison. What were you in prison for?
Drugs, hard.
Okay. And how long did you do there?
5.5 years. 5 years.
Where did you go? Where was it?
A little bit everywhere.
Okay, they moved you all around?
Yes, sir.
You didn't go down, did you ever get to go down to, what the crap's that place down south?
Oh, Charlotte.
Were you in Charlotte? Okay, so that place sucks. I just went down and talked to a guy down there who sent me a letter and just wanted to talk. And I didn't even know this. I've been doing this for a minute, but he said that's like if you did something, I guess, crazy in the prison.
Yeah.
Then that's where. So you never went there. So obviously you didn't. So it's just drug charges.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I had got caught with a gun.
Okay, gotcha. All right, again, I'm not, and that's all cleared up.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I did prison time.
Okay, I don't want to talk to you about that stuff. Okay, but you've been out in have you lived out there most of your life?
No, sir.
Okay, where are you originally from?
I say like Mandarin.
Oh, okay. I don't know that area very well. I know Justina a little bit. I lived over in the 80s, a long time ago, but over in that area. So, how long do you think you've been living in Justina area? Since prison?
Since I got out of prison.
And when was that?
Like 2018.
18? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So who lived over there? Did you just move in by yourself?
My whole family out there.
Oh, okay. Are you married or got a girlfriend?
No, my mom family.
Okay, and that's where she's from.
They migrated from the beach to Justina.
Okay, so while you were in prison, and then when you got back, that's where they were. Yeah. So you went there. Okay, very cool. And so who do you live with now?
I live by myself now.
Oh, okay, all right. Does your mom still live out there?
Yeah. Well, my mom's dead. My real mom's dead.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I didn't.
That's good.
I apologize. I'm sorry. Okay. So I didn't know who you're.
Let's see. And my public defender told me that y'all had me under investigation for a homicide, and I was asking her, can she bring me up here? See what I'm saying? But she never, like when I call her, she never answered, none of that.
Who was that?
Just a black girl. She act like she don't even remember my face when I be going to court. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, that sucks. Yeah, so I'm finishing up a case from 2019, and that's
I remember that.
So, do you know anything about that case?
Like I say,
what do you remember about it?
He was a good friend of mine. Like,
who's that?
The red guy. You know what I'm saying? And he was a good friend of mine or whatever.
What?
You know what I'm saying? And everybody.
The boyfriend? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
The red guy? Okay, I'm gonna just show you a picture. Let me make sure I got. So I got that. Did you know this girl? You ever seen her before?
Oh, no.
You don't know her? Okay. That is, that was the girl who
passed away?
Yeah. I had a picture in there somewhere. The boyfriend. Red rum. He had the tattoo of red rum on his chest.
He was alright with me. I used to see him in the neighborhood.
That's this
or whatever. Yeah.
Okay. Talking about the same guy.
Yeah.
What do you know about him?
I mean, shit.
This is all him. I've been doing my homework on him.
That nigga that wild.
He what?
Like I say, man. Everybody just kept throwing my name in the shit. It was all over Facebook. My mama asked about it. My grandma, like my stepmama and my grandmama was asking about it and shit. And I was like, hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know what them niggas got going on down there. You see what I'm saying? Like, I stayed at the top of the key. they at the bottom of the key. Yes, man.
What does that mean, the top of the key?
Like, you know, I was staying up in the front of the apartment.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I don't never hang back there at all. I'm not from around there. Them niggas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I say, but all of a sudden everybody kept saying, "Oh, Dougie this, Dougie that, Dougie this." I mean, what I'm supposed to say, like, I'm like, nah, just keep on about my business, because like I say, if y'all ain't come hollering at me about it,
right, yeah,
then I'm
in 2 years,
right, like I say, and no, I'm talking about back then too, like I was telling them out there, I ain't have nothing to do with that shit.
Gotcha.
Period. I ain't never killed nobody in my motherfucking life.
Okay.
Real shit. Like, dead ass serious.
Why do you think people, was he saying?
Man, me and that nigga had got in a fight.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? He had stole my money from me, and like I say, me and him had fought by the store, whatever.
Yeah.
And then
the store there on Justina.
Yeah, so everybody just went to.
So because y'all fought, people assumed
you know how the neighborhood is, man.
I do, yeah.
You know how that shit is, man. And that shit crazy as hell, because people like being in the midst of that shit and they don't even care, but
stirring up stuff.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And like, you know, it's a lot of people around there that don't like me and him, period. You know what I'm saying?
Don't like you or Red.
Right. And that's what I was trying to tell him. You can't let people manipulate you. You see what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, and they gonna try to do that, you know what I mean? Because they don't like us, they don't want us around them. You know what I'm saying? Real shit.
Why didn't they like y'all?
I mean, you know, it's just I'm not friends. I can't speak for him. I barely know the guy. Like I say, I had just got out 18. Met him.
You met him after you got out,
right?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I known him forever. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you find some people you meet with and you click with. You know, hang around, smoke with, da da da. You know, but it wasn't nothing major like that. But like I say, man, people do their thing, and people don't like when you're going better than them. That's bottom line.
That's straight. You're right. You're exactly right. That happens in all walks of life. You're absolutely right. Yes, sir. Yeah. So, and initially, that's what I was hearing was stuff. I've talked to him a couple of times. And I'm not and you probably have heard this before. I'm not the drug dealer.
And I told him that shit. I told him I didn't do that shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, real shit. I told him, and I ran down on all his homeboys, and I was like, y'all let him know I ain't do that shit.
Who are some of his boys?
I don't know them niggas.
Okay.
Like I say, man, when I see him in the neighborhood, I be like, hey, man, I ain't had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
His mama stayed right next to my mama on 32nd Street. You know what I'm saying? Right. Over here.
Yeah, no.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, even after that, I seen him every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Out there.
Like, on this side of town.
Okay, yeah, because he went to his mom's house.
And I was at my mom's house.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So.
Why did you leave Justina, like, after this happened? Why'd you go to your mom? Why'd you stay at your mom's?
Oh, no. I mean, I was just back and forth. Like I say, I got family. I got a room over here and I got a room over there. But for the most part, like I say, it would just be back and forth, really. Like, I see him every day. I go to my mom's house every day.
So the apartment that you were living in out there in Justina, when this happened,
what happened?
When this murder. So that was the girl that was killed.
Okay.
My bad. I'm sorry. Maybe I didn't say that. So this.
Yes, she passed away.
Yeah. So she was shot and killed.
Okay.
In her apartment. My thoughts are. And it's a double murder because she was 9 months pregnant and the baby lived.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, yeah. So the baby lived. So it's actually a double murder in that. So my thoughts were in this that somebody was targeting him, and it wasn't their plan to kill her. She got killed, but it wasn't like premeditated to go kill her.
Right.
It's probably because of the stuff he was doing out there.
Right.
Now I don't know if that's true.
That little bro ain't even that kind of guy. Like I'm telling you, man, it's people out there that's that kind of guy though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, little bro ain't that kind of guy. I don't think he killed that girl or them people.
Well, he didn't kill her for sure.
Yeah.
I knew that. I know because he wasn't in the house all the time.
Okay.
I know that. I've got his whereabouts, so he wasn't there.
Okay.
Of course, we have to investigate everybody. Okay. Just because he tells me he's someplace else, I got to make sure. And look through all of those things, but he wasn't there. So, but I started, when I first got the case and started looking at it and working through the evidence and stuff. So word on the street out there in Justina was that this guy shot up your apartment out there in Justina. Did you heard that?
Murray Roman shooting up my apartment, man.
He didn't. Did you hear that he did?
Like I say, me and him affiliated. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no way he'll do that.
Right.
Period.
Okay.
I don't think he'll do that.
Who do you have any idea who did shoot up your apartment?
No, like I say, but it wasn't my apartment. You know what I'm saying? And
But you were living there.
No.
Or staying there.
No, I was just out there like that. Like I say, man, them people, like I say, they don't know me, so they go to assuming whatever they want to assume.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So when I went and started finding out, so the apartment that was shot up, not her apartment, but the apartment, like you said, at the top of the key,
right.
Where you weren't staying in that, because I know that apartment got shot up.
Yeah, but I wasn't living in that apartment.
You weren't living in it.
Nah.
Okay. All right. So I went out, and obviously I'm working this one, but they tell me, hey, Mr. Prince's apartment was shot up. This guy probably did it. So I go out there to try to make contact with anybody. I didn't know you at the time.
But like, why nobody came and talked to me at the beginning of this?
Well, I can tell you why I don't like to bother people. I have to work through cases and get stuff, and then when I get to a point of I need to either rule somebody out or talk to people, I'll do that. There's no statute of limitations on murder. I'm slow. I'm not all that smart like these guys are. So sometimes it takes me a little bit. I mean, he's not as handsome as me, but he's really smart. So I went out there the day after after the murders. I was talking to people, and they said, hey, this apartment got shot up. Right. And I was like, not this one, I'm sorry, this was her apartment. We were working this one. Right. But that Red Rum shot up Mr. Prince's. They called you Dougie. Why do you go by Dougie, by the way? Just a name that stuck. Okay.
They call me that shit.
Okay. So they call you that. They've been calling you that. Okay. Right. I didn't know, and I didn't want to be offensive. If it was a bad term, but I'll just call you Mr. Prince. So they said that he shot up your. Now I didn't know if that was true or not, but I did go investigate, and I saw that apartment, that there was an apartment that was shot up. Mm-hmm. But you're saying, but you're saying you weren't staying at that apartment.
We hung out in that area, in them apartments. Okay. My whole family lived in them apartments. That was one of the spots.
That was one of the spots.
Like in front of the apartment. We used to, how we hang out in them apartments. You see how everybody post up. Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, that was my homeboy apartment. So. Okay,
whose apartment was that?
That was the maintenance man apartment.
What's his name?
I don't remember the name. I'm not good with it. I'm not.
Okay, all right. So in doing that, I started talking to people. Right. I talked to a jump ton of people. I've got people that I talked to out there. Obviously Jit, Mr. McNair. I haven't talked to Nate yet. Talked to Hub. We got Nate out here, and the reason I started going, okay, let me talk to all these guys. I talked to Fifth, was because I started doing social media stuff, and I'm like, okay, let me see. These guys all know each other. Maybe they've heard what happened out there, and obviously it's a picture of you with all those guys, and so I started, researching and looking into. So I ran into Mr. McNair. Got a bunch of federal charges on him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So I talked to him, and he said that you guys were using that apartment. You guys were staying there some, living there, and living in other places. He was also living in. He's older, way older than y'all, and he was also living. I guess his wife kicked him out, and he was living in his truck and stuff out there as well. So that was how I started, tying in the apartment. And I started looking at, and then when I did a search on the apartment, which I guess ties in with what you said, the apartment that was shot up, not Ayana's, but the one over at 2929. And I found, obviously, some of your stuff was in there. So I knew you had been there. Yeah. But so you were staying there, but it wasn't like one you had rented out.
Right.
But you were living there.
Yeah, we all homeless. Like, when, we sleep in abandoned apartments and shit. Okay. People leave apartments.
Not the apartment, please. I'm not reporting you.
I'm just letting you know.
I appreciate it.
Just letting you know, man. Like, the shit be real.
Yeah. So the night that apartment was shot up, were you in that apartment?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So when the apartment's shot up, which would scare the crap out of me.
And that's why I left.
Yeah, I get it. Obviously.
Makes sense, don't it?
No, absolutely. Yeah.
That's the message they sending.
So whoever's sending that message, everybody out in Justina thinks it's
me, of course.
No. They thought it was Red Rum.
Oh, okay.
Coming to shoot up your apartment.
Oh, I'm about to say, man, like I say,
no,
man.
you were asleep in the apartment when you were shot up.
Thank you. And like I say, this shit just happened because we take baths every day, and them niggas be bums, and they just wanted us from around there, period.
Yeah.
They just didn't like our energy.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say, man.
So,
dang.
So do you feel now that it was Red Rum that shot up the apartment?
No,
okay.
I know it wasn't.
Okay. And how do you know it wasn't him?
Man, Red Rum a good dude, man. And like,
good's relative. He's slinging a bunch of dope out there and got a bunch of guns.
But okay, you right. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all tote guns to protect yourself,
right? You're
right.
Fair enough. You're right. Yeah.
And y'all don't have people aiming to kill you every day. No, you know what I'm saying?
You're right. If
that don't make him a bad guy.
You're right.
You know?
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know, because we have a right to tote bear arms in America. You know. Yeah. I'm just saying, like,
Brandon's trying to change that, but that's another story altogether.
But I'm just. You know, like I say, ever since I was broke, I had nothing. He used to give me stuff, like give me clothes to wear, give me deodorant. Like,
so y'all were friends, but had a falling out.
Right.
Okay.
Over money. And that was it. It wasn't like I say, did
he owe you money?
Nah, it wasn't even like that. He was just being selfish. You know, like I'm a good dude, man. Okay. We friends, we gotta share, man. We came up from, you know what I'm saying, together, we stayed together type shit.
He was selling. Obviously, you sell some. I'm not the drug police. I don't really care. I don't mean that in a bad way, but I don't care. He was selling. He had a pretty decent operation over there with weed. It was not like he had heroin or fentanyl or anything like that. He had weed. He had boxes. He had plastic stuff. He had, shipping containers.
Oh, shit.
He was doing okay. Now, I haven't looked at his IRS tax return, so I don't know what he was actually making and claiming to the government, because I'm sure he had a legitimate nonprofit set up over there, is working maybe with the government. I don't know. But when we searched the apartment after the murder, we found guns in there and drugs and money and boxes and all kinds of stuff like that. Just like at the apartment you're staying at, we searched a crap ton out of there, and I found it was shot to shit, man. Somebody shot that apartment. Not only the back glass. You're in that apartment asleep. Were you in the bedroom or in the living room, or do you remember? Well, of course you remember. I remember when I was shot at. I'm sure you remember when you were shot at.
I really don't. I mean, I think I need. Man, I don't know. I don't know, man. I mean, I say. So
I talked to Ron McNair.
Right.
McNair said nothing about you, but he said, hey, I was in that apartment when it was shot up. I was on the air mattress, the blow-up mattress, living in the thing. He said, I don't know, maybe Dougie was in the bedroom. I don't know. He wasn't sleeping on the mattress with me. I said, fair. I wasn't trying to insinuate that. But he said the apartment is shot up, riddled with, and which I'd already been out and gotten a search warrant and gone through it. And it was. That red couch was shot up. The fish tank was shot up. All of those kind of things were shot up. That air mattress was shot. So if he was literally on, and I told him this because I didn't talk to him till later, because ATF contacted me. They had arrested him. I listed him down in an old investigation. I wanted to eventually talk to him, and I didn't know any connection to this or to you or anybody else in Justina. So he tells me that he's in there. The bullets start flying. Y'all are inside. He's on that air mattress, and I told him, look, I searched that place. We measured out that air mattress. It's like, if you're literally on that air mattress when somebody shoots it, you're inches away from dying. And if you're in that apartment, anywhere in that other bedroom, there's 4 or 5 bullets that are, depending on where you are in there. I'm pissed if somebody shoots up a place with me. I know I won't. I don't know specifically, but I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out and look for that person. So,
you ain't me. See, I'm going to just leave. I'm not from around here.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
But you didn't leave.
What you mean?
Like, after that happened?
Yeah, I went home to my mama. My mama will tell you, I was on her couch every day.
Okay.
For months. Went and worked at Cisco. Then I was the supervisor at Cisco with my brother.
You weren't working at Taco Bell still then?
I never worked at Taco Bell.
Oh, I thought somebody said you worked at Taco Bell.
No.
I went there and I didn't see you.
Yeah, I never.
That's why I was initially going to talk to you, but they said, I thought you were like one of the managers at Taco Bell.
Nah,
okay.
I worked at Cisco.
Okay. Maybe they got that confused.
Yeah, I worked at Cisco. I worked at fabricating marble and granite. I was just doing a lot of stuff. I just got out the street.
What's
I tried
Cisco?
to get Cisco is the logistics company that's over there off of I believe that's 12th Street.
Yeah.
Yes,
What were you doing there?
Mostly janitorial. I was really cleaning up the freezer, making sure the freezer stayed maintenance and everything. I did most of the freezer work. Yeah.
Decent? Okay.
Great.
Very good. Are you still working there?
No, sir. Actually, I'm working for TG Rocks now. Like, I'm a foreman for lawn service.
Okay, TG Ross is lawn care?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do y'all handle like big like accounts like apartments or?
No, sir. No,
okay.
We do mostly like residential.
Ah, okay, all right. Now, how long you been working for them?
For a while. I was always on and off cutting grass after I started working at the marble and granite place, and then I just stuck with it. Like after I lost my job at Cisco.
So how long you been doing that? The yard stuff? A minute?
Years, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I suck at it. I kill my grass every year, and I have to resod it.
You need to call me.
I need to call somebody. I legitimately suck at anything grass-wise. I water it, I cut it, and it dies. I think maybe the grass just hates me. I don't know. Is could be what it is.
Yeah.
So you were working at Cisco at the time that this happened,
yes.
And so you left from there. Like when this happened, and you split. You're gone.
Yeah, Ron split. I split.
Yeah, where did was anybody else with you all in the apartment when he got shot? Do you remember? It's been 2 years. You may not remember.
Right.
Okay. Was anybody hurt?
Nobody was.
Okay. All right. And I get it. Nobody reported it. You don't have to report that kind of stuff. I totally understand. My concern is with somebody hurt, and if somebody's hurt, I want to make sure
Nobody was hurt. That's why we left, man. We was like,
but I also want, if we find out or we think that, that's why I'm asking, because if Red Rum did this, I would like for him to be held accountable for that, for shooting up your place, because that's what word on the street out there is.
But I know what word on the street is. But like I say, the word on the street was I did that shit too, and I didn't, and I got down to the truth.
Well, no, you didn't shoot up your own place.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about his situation, period. Yes, man. They told, it was all on the internet with that shit, man. I seen it all on the internet. I'm like, what the hell?
What do you mean, like Facebook?
Yeah,
stuff?
Facebook shit. They was all on Facebook saying my name. Just crazy shit. My mama showed me some shit. I'm like, man, I was like, do I need to go down there? She was like, they'll come holler at you if they need to talk to you.
Right.
And I asked her that like 5 times.
And you said you talked to your attorney at the time on your case.
And when I know on this case I'm on now, they said the state attorney didn't want to drop my case because I was under investigation for this.
Okay.
And I was like, well, do you want to take me down there? And she never got back with me.
Okay.
And I called her like 2 or 3 times. So,
yeah, I'm trying to clear up. That's what I'm trying to clear up my case, not about your case.
Yeah, but they wouldn't drop my case because they saying that you had me on an investigation for this.
Yeah, there's a couple people out there that we're talking to. So yeah, that was flat out. The rumor on the street was that Red Rum came over and shot up your place.
Do that shit, man.
Did you think it at the time?
No, because I already knew. I just seen him that morning.
Okay.
I had just seen him that morning. That's why people don't know what they be talking about. I know people be trying to drop stuff out there in the grapevine, knowing that these hoes be gossiping on them drugs and just be running their mouth and just mixing shit up and just. They know what they be doing, especially people that's around them. They know what they be doing.
Well, that's what. Well, I talked to a couple people out there, and they said what they said was. Your place was shot up. The place, not your place, but the place you're staying at, I'll say that, was shot up. You came running out and asked, where was Red Rum? Where'd Red go? Where's Red?
That's what I asked.
I didn't. No. I didn't say that.
No.
Several people, independent of each other, said that's what you said. Mm-hmm. That's why. That's one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, was that you did that.
No. I probably did. Yeah, I probably said where he at because you need to clear your face right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So initially you thought, okay, there's a possibility it was him. But then later you found out it wasn't.
No, I ain't found out nothing. Like I say, I just knew it wasn't him. You know what I'm saying?
When do you think you made that switch to think it wasn't him?
Like, when I seen his face.
Like, when did you see his face?
I seen him after that.
Like how long? Like an hour or 2? Or 3 or what?
Like... it wasn't like I was going looking for him to.
I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What I'm saying is, hey, bro, if a nigga got shot at, this is my people. Hey, you need to be with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was looking for him for. If I was even looking for the nigga, I don't even think I was looking for him. I wasn't going out looking for him.
Okay.
I wasn't going out looking for him.
So you think the people that told me that you were looking for him, you think they meant that you were looking for him to get him to help you?
Probably. If that's if
what did you mean? You said
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
If I was looking for bro, that's why I was looking for my brother. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't because I was like, people be that's why.
So I talked to a couple people. I never talked to people together. I always talked to them apart. So the people that I talked to said that you came out and were looking for him. And you're saying, and that makes sense. You're saying,
and I probably didn't even go looking for him because I'm not that type of guy. Like, real talk. I probably didn't even go looking for him because shit like that. First thing I do is I need to go find my baby mamas and shit like that. I need to go secure my kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the first thing that come to my head. Not no nigga.
Is that what you did out there?
What?
Make sure your kids were okay and safe and all that?
I called my baby mama and all them,
You did that right after this happened?
Right.
Okay. On your phone?
On my phone, anybody's phone.
Do you have one phone or do you have multiple phones?
I don't know, man.
You don't remember? Okay. Do you remember your phone number at the time?
Yeah, no, that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah, 2, yeah. October 7th, 2019.
And that shit crazy.
2 years and 2 months, right?
That's horrible, man.
It sucks, yeah, because you got 2 people dead. And again, whoever shot him, I don't think meant to do that.
But shit, one thing about it, you can't be going and shooting up people's houses.
No, I know. You still got to answer to that.
Like, if you got a problem with anybody, the best way to do it is face to face. You ain't got to do all that extra shit.
And y'all had just been in a fist fight.
Not really. We was like nigga, you know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
how long ago, or how much earlier than when your apartment got shot?
And it was really like a little petty feud. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
like a day or so, or weeks, or what? Do you remember when you guys got into that little feud?
I don't even know, cause I didn't, like I said, I wasn't even studying that nigga, man. Like, me and him was straight. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all had already split.
Yeah, we had just went our separate ways. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no beef, but everybody thought that because a nigga going to get his own place stayed.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he ain't wrong for going to get somewhere to live. Like,
yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, for people, on the outside, they don't know. So.
Okay. Yeah.
My dog, he was about to have a baby and everything. Like, he was just chilling.
Yeah, he sure was. Yep. He was. And like you said, he wasn't a bad guy. He was doing his own thing. Right. He wasn't working at Cisco. He was slinging a little bit of dope, but he was trying to make the best he could for he and Ayana and their baby. The baby's name is Milan.
That's what's up.
Yeah, they named the baby Milan. It was a baby girl. And said, can you imagine because you're a parent, I can't even imagine having a tiny casket like that and putting a baby in the ground.
I'd cry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'd lose it. Well, I'd lose it.
My grandma just died 2 days ago.
Your grandmother?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I was adopted by white people. You know what I'm saying? My grandma, she from Bradenton. She just passed away.
Okay. Who adopted you?
Tammy George.
Okay, so that's Nate's mom.
Right.
So Nate's your brother.
Right.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Okay, I know you guys were in pictures together, but okay. How long ago did that? When you were a little kid?
Yeah, my mom died when I was little.
Okay, well, again, I'm sorry about that. Well, that's cool then. That's actually pretty awesome. I think adoption is a fantastic thing. People that do that. So good. So you and Nate grew up together. Okay, very good. Very good. Okay. He looks different now. He's changed a little bit over the years. You look the exact same. So you got good genes. I'll tell Nate you don't have his genes. He got old and fat. And you stayed the same. He'll get mad at me when I tell him that, but it's true. So the people out there who said that they saw you come out after your apartment got shot up, and Ron McNair said the same thing when I pressed him as well on his charges. And they said, so we're thinking that possibly when they heard you say, where is he, you're looking for him to be on your side.
I'm asking you, where, when did I say this? That's what I'm trying to remember.
Well, there were people, so you hear a bunch of gunshots now again, I wasn't there. I was
right. I'm trying to figure out.
Because your apartment was shot up the night, wee hours of the day before when this happened. It wasn't like a week before. It was literally before this.
It was a couple of days.
Yeah, it was the day before is what I was told.
It probably was.
Okay. I was gonna say, oh man.
I don't remember when that shit.
Happened because you left then.
Right.
Did you go back to Justina?
Yeah, like a year later.
No. So this happens.
Yeah, okay. And then I was gone.
And you're gone.
Yeah, I was gone.
You don't even go back to Justina.
Nah.
So you weren't even there that night.
Nah, no.
The night that her murder happened. You weren't even over there.
I was in Justina.
You were? Okay.
I was in Justina.
Okay, so what brought you back over there after you got
all
shot?
my shit was in the apartment.
Okay.
So I'm saying.
So you came back over there.
Yeah, I was getting all my shit.
Okay. Were you there at the time that the homicide happened? So it was about 8 o'clock at night. Were you there then?
I was definitely at home if I was anywhere. So I was right there at my spot.
You were at that apartment that got shot up? Okay, so you were there in Justina at your apartment, 0.3 miles away. I did the math on it.
I can't argue with that. That's the neighborhood.
Right. No. And I'm just trying to make sure where you...
I can't lie to you and tell you I wasn't in the neighborhood. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So and I was. You see, man, because I remember my brother Jit. I mean, yeah, he took me to get my shit from the house. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of car does Jit have?
He had a blue car back then. He ain't got no car no more.
Was it a 2-door, 4-door? Do you remember?
I don't know. It was a Saturn. I don't know.
Saturn. When somebody got in the back, did you open up a back door to get in? Or did you have to push down seats?
I don't remember. I think it was a little Saturn, a little car.
Little tiny, and it was blue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so Jit took you back over to get your stuff in that apartment, and you just happened to be over there when the murder happened.
Nah, what I'm telling you is, I'm going to be at my, man, where you just picked me up from.
I don't know, I wasn't out there.
Justina Road, right there, in the same apartments.
Okay.
These apartments, he just picked me up from right here in that spot.
Okay, where were you when they picked you up?
Right there in that spot.
In this spot?
In this spot.
Okay. All right.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like...
So you left, but a minute ago you said you left and you went to your mom's.
Yeah, I did. I was taking all my shit to my mom's house.
So
but after the shooting, I just left. I didn't go back in that apartment at all.
I got you.
And then my brother came, he got me. He's like, you want to go back over? I'm like, yeah, I need to get my shit, bro.
Okay.
So I went and got my shit. And I tried to clean the apartment up, you know what I'm saying? Get the glass out of there and shit like that. And I tried to pay to get the shit fixed, and George told me no. He told me give him his key.
Okay. So you're out there. What do you remember about hearing about the homicide? Because you're out there. You said when the homicide happened.
I mean, I probably was. Like I say, I probably was because I remember my brother. I remember my brother.
Brother Nate.
No, I remember Jit taking me to the house.
Okay.
To pick up my shit.
Okay, got it.
It was late. You know what I'm saying? And I remember seeing all them police down there and shit.
So that's what I was asking. Did you hear sirens?
Yeah, I seen all them police down there. And then that's when somebody came and told me that shit. And then
they came over and told you?
Like somebody came down the street and was like, something happened down there. Like, it's hot. Y'all need to get off the block. Man, it's been hot around here. The police down there right now. And I'm like, damn, what's going on?
Okay.
And then, boom, I started getting phone calls. They be like, you all right? You all right? You all right? You all right? And seeing this shit on the news, da-da-da-da. I'm like, I'm straight. I'm about to slide over. And I fled. Like, shit.
How long after the homicide happened until you left?
What you mean?
Like, you were over there getting stuff out of your apartment, which is a separate apartment complex, by the way.
Yeah.
And then the homicide happens at 8:04, 8:05.
I don't even know.
And you were getting phone calls.
Listen. I'm telling you, I just went over there to pick my shit up. If it happened while I was there, I don't know. I'm just telling you, I was picking my shit up.
I understand.
I remember I seen all them crowds down there, and the people started telling me, like, yeah, they asked me if I was all right. I'm like, yeah, I just came to get the rest of my shit, and I'm heading out of here.
Okay.
It's man me, and I went back to Pearl Street. My brother got me a job at Cisco, and my mama made my ass sit on the couch for about a year.
When you left there that night, do you remember about what time that was?
Don't let me lie to you, man.
No. I'm guessing.
I don't want to guess. I don't want to guess because this some serious shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to sit here and guess. I'm not going to say nothing that I'm not going to stand on.
Okay.
Or none of that because I'm not
I'm not trying to trick you. I promise you.
Real shit. And I don't know you. And I don't know if you is trying to trick me.
And just like I don't
to say some shit that I don't even really understand what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
You know what I'm saying?
I won't do that to you, but you don't know me, so you don't know that. Just like I don't know you, and you could be lying to me about anything.
Right.
But I think you're sincere, and I'm not trying to trick you with anything. and you can't guess, but you were over there, but you do remember hearing police cars or fire trucks.
Shit, man. I remember that shit. Yeah. And like I say, that's my neighborhood too. Like ever since I got home from prison, that's been home, man.
Okay.
And like I say, and it's crazy that every time some shit happened, Dougie this, Dougie that, and I ain't killed nobody on Justina Road period in my life, man.
Okay.
A motherfucker can't tell you they know me for killing nobody, man.
Okay, so let's get to that part. Okay, yeah, and you're right. No, yeah, you're right. So I have a somebody who said that they see you out there that night with a gun, and you're shooting a gun.
I'm shooting.
That's what they said. Now,
okay.
Not at her apartment. Not at her apartment, but you were out there in those in the apartment complex, and you have a gun. They hear gunshots. They look out the window. They know you, and they see you shooting a gun. Not at her apartment. So, can you explain that?
That didn't happen.
Okay.
At all. And I think you can put me on a lie to take the test.
Okay.
Promise you that ain't happening.
Okay. So we may take you up on that.
Right.
So I had someone who said that they know you as an eyewitness. They saw you shooting.
Okay, that's a lie.
Okay. All right.
That's a lie.
Okay, so they're lying about that part.
If anybody ever seen me shoot a gun, it was on New Year's in the sky. You know how we doing, you know what I'm saying, New Year's type shit. But other than that, never.
Okay, fair enough. So that's what I was told.
Right.
Again, I wasn't out there. I was at home, and I got called to come out here, but that was what I was told, was that you were out there in that area. With a gun, and that you were shooting a gun.
That's crazy.
Okay, and you're saying that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so I also talked to another guy. Do you know the guy that's over here?
Yeah.
The guy that you walked in past? They were doing another case with him. Okay, so I talked to him. He said he knows you, but you don't know him.
I don't know.
Did you see the guy?
No.
Did you hear his name? It's a guy named Rod.
Rod.
Mm-hmm. Gerard is his first name. Do you know him? Okay, I'll show you a picture. Okay. He said he knows you, so I think I have a picture. He was somebody that was a suspect for me. This guy. You know him? He got shaved hair now. But this is just his.
Will he be around though?
So, I don't know. So, this guy, you don't know him?
Well, he say you know me?
Yeah. That's what he said.
Why he saying he know me?
I don't know. I never met the guy before until I talked to him. But he said he knows you.
Okay.
But you don't know.
I'm a nigga from the neighborhood. Everybody know me, man. So
out there? Okay. So, you don't know him?
Wait. I don't know what's going on, man.
Well, I'm just asking if you know him. Like, if you would ask me if I know him, I'd say, yeah, I know him. So, I'm not trying to hem you up. I just was asking if you knew him. So, he tells me that, I'll let you, actually, I'll just read it to you, what he says.
All right.
I don't want to misquote. And again, if you don't know him, this seems weird. I'm getting a bunch of different. He says that I'm kind of like Columbo. I don't know what I'm doing here. I thought I had it. I don't have it. So, Rod is arrested with one of the firearms.
See, there you go.
Right. So he's arrested with one of the guns, and he says that he was part of the homicide, not the shooting at yours. He was part of that, and that Mr. George Prince was supposed to have paid him $1,000 for his involvement in the murder, but he never got paid.
Oh, hell no.
That didn't happen?
Hell no.
It's because you don't know him.
I'm trying to tell you that.
I'm just saying that's what he said.
Man,
That's what he said.
These niggas crazy.
Really? Okay. So that didn't happen
At all.
Okay, so you don't. Man, I need some water. So your take on it is, you were not out there with a gun.
You know I wasn't.
Is anywhere? Well, no, I don't know. I'm asking you.
Man,
so you weren't out there with a gun, and you didn't shoot.
I ain't shoot nobody.
I didn't say shoot anybody.
Nah, I ain't shoot nobody. Like I say, if I ever shot a gun around them, it was on New Year's. That's it, in the sky.
This was October 7th.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. And that then this Gerard dude who's found with the gun, with the murder weapon, says that you were supposed to pay him $1,000 to go over there and shoot up this apartment that Red Rum was in,
right?
But that you never get paid, but you don't know him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would I need a nigga to kill somebody for me?
I didn't say it.
That's crazy. Like,
I'm just saying what I was told, but that ain't what happened.
That ain't the case, sir.
Okay, all right.
That is not the case.
Yeah, we're going on.
And Red Rum ain't even that kind of guy you need to pay $1,000 to get whacked. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He the type of dude you can beat him up and take his money or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what kind of guy he is. He ain't that kind of guy.
Okay.
He don't need to die. Like, real shit. And his wife and his kid ain't deserve to die neither. Like,
well, yes. Well, it's kind of like it would suck. And don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm not saying killing him was a right thing, but it wasn't even him. Yeah. It was a 19-year-old girl and a baby.
Right.
It wasn't even him. He wasn't even.
That's crazy.
It's super sad. Super sad. So somebody sees you out there. But can you think of any reason? I got to go back and talk to them. Can you think of any reason that person would have said that?
Who?
The person that said you were out there with a gun shooting.
I'm trying to figure out, like, when, like, honestly, okay, rewind.
Okay, fair.
Rewind. Why would they say that?
That's what I just asked you.
That's what I'm trying.
I don't know.
Why?
I'm asking you.
I don't. Like,
why would somebody do that?
Me and Rum, we had our little differences, man.
You and who?
The red guy.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I call him the red guy. That's why I always used to call him.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
yeah. So I be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? That morning I seen the nigga, I was like, bro, you know, that shit dead type shit. Like, man, I'm about to move anyway type shit. Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Me and him, nah, man. Like, I ain't got to kill nobody. Like I say, man, that shit. That's horrible, man.
You did.
Y'all got pictures of us and shit. Like, what we did?
I'm just trying to know. Those are y'all pictures. That's your pictures. I just went on Facebook and looked at pictures and tried to identify.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying. We ain't did nothing, man. I promise you,
picture?
Man. I couldn't say probably one of my sisters.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know who anybody was, so I started working on the case. I'm not trying to offend you. I just never heard of you.
It's cool. We ain't nobody.
Right.
Shit, so I'm a homeless nigga.
When you left that night, that the homicide happened, because you were out there, you heard the sirens or police cars or ambulance or whatever it was.
Nah, that ain't why I left.
No, I know. You were just out there.
Everybody was just calling, asking if I was all right.
It's hot out here. The police are out here.
The day before, you know, that shit happened, so they were just making sure I'm all right. You know,
I would too.
I'm the dude who used to walk around the sidewalk asking people for change. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
They like Dougie. You know, I ain't never did nothing wrong to nobody. If anything, if I got a couple $, I give it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like.
So when you leave that night, who took you back to your mom's house?
Right.
And where's your mom lives down on 23rd or 36? Where's your mom live?
My stepmom stay on 32nd.
And that's where you went to?
No, we had went to her house. My godmom house, Miss Tammy, my legal mom, Nate mom.
Okay. You went to her house.
Right.
After. Where did she live?
She had a house on Liddell or some shit like that over there off of.
Where's that?
It's over there in Lake Lucina.
How do you get to it? So when you leave, because I know kind of Lake Lucina area, when you leave, so this night when you leave your apartment after all this stuff goes on, because you're moving, I get it, you got your stuff, you're moving. Where do you where do you go to? You said you go to Miss Tammy's house?
Yeah.
And Tammy is Nate's mom's house?
Yeah, that's my mama.
Okay, so when you pull out, you come out Justina. That's Merrill Road. You go left or right on Merrill Road?
You go right.
Right on Justina. So that's...
No, you go on Merrill Road. You go right.
Okay, so towards JU.
JU.
Okay, so when you
it's
get
right across from JU, by the barbecue spot.
Okay, so when you get to University. Somebody needed the key? Oh, somebody needed the key. I probably had the key in the door somewhere. So when you get to JU or on University there, Merrill Road, you take a left or a right on University. When you see JU there, you turn left or right?
Go left.
Left. Okay, so you go left on Justina.
No, you go right on Merrill,
University. On University.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Yep. Left on University, which is southbound. And then how far down where does she live from there? How far?
Right across from JU, like.
Oh, she lives right across from JU?
Yeah.
You said by the bar. Oh, like the barbecue stand place?
Yeah, it's a house right next to it.
What's the name of that street?
Liddell.
I know where that is.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, I used to grow up over there.
Right.
So you went over there that night?
Right.
Okay.
I was there until I went across the bridge, until I moved to 32nd. I went to 32nd like the next day, a couple days later.
Okay, so you go to the Liddell house, Miss Tammy's house,
Mm-hmm.
And you stay there that night?
Yeah.
The whole night?
I probably hang. Yeah, I was with my brother.
Okay, and Nate?
Yeah.
Okay, and that night you stay there?
Yeah.
And you don't go anywhere else?
No, I don't think so until I go to until 32nd. When I got to 32nd, my brother got me the job like that day type.
So when you go to 32nd, how far? When is that? The next day?
I know I went to 32nd. Like, as soon as this shit happened, I don't remember. Like, it's just so long ago. I just know I went to my mama's house. Of course, I went to my mama's house, Miss Tammy's house.
Yes.
Always going to my mama's house.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I just went across the bridge. Like, it ain't no need for me to be on the south side. Like, this shit on fire. Yeah. Like, I don't want to die. Like,
no, I get it. But did you go that night or did you go the next day?
I can't lie to you and tell you if I left that night or that morning.
Well, I guess fair to say, let me ask you this then.
Okay.
Did you spend the night at Miss Tammy's house?
I could have. I probably did. My mom will probably tell you better than I can. I don't remember.
Okay.
I can't. But I know for a fact. I was saying.
Go see what they need. Do you need anything? I gotta get some water, man. I'm coughing my head off. Just give me a few more minutes and I'm done.
All right. I mean,
give me 5 minutes.
Is y'all gonna give me a ride home?
Yeah, we'll take care of all that. Do you need anything to drink or anything?
Yeah.
All right, let me use the restroom real quick, and then I got not the bathroom. Do you need to go to the bathroom? I gotta get something. I'm coughing. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. I'm just gonna leave for a second because I've got to get some water. I don't even need any of this stuff anymore. I'll just drop it on my bowl.
So we done?
2 minutes. No, give me 2 minutes because I want to ask you one more thing. I want to try to find a picture to show you. Be right back.
What's up, man?
Piece of paper hanging. How are you? You need a water now?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And you're sure? You're 100% sure you don't know Rod?
Yeah, like I mean, if he'd been in the neighborhoods, he'd probably seen me post. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a lot of niggas around there. Like I say, you got a Cutthroat niggas around there. You got Buzz, you got G's, all this shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Niggas be playing games. They been throwing my name in a lot of shit, man. I'm telling you, man.
Okay.
Shit.
So, yeah, I talked to him,
Yeah.
and he said he knows you,
Okay.
and he knows Hub. And he would steal stuff or do stuff and bring it over and pawn stuff.
Oh, so he know Hub.
And you. Yeah, specifically knows you and Hub. Yeah.
Well, he probably know Hub, but I don't know, man.
Okay.
He probably niggas that Hub know, I don't know.
All right.
But, yeah, like on some God on this shit, like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. So you got a warrant out?
Nah.
Yeah, we just verified it. So you got a warrant out.
For what?
PFCF.
What's that?
Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. It's not the same thing. I verified it. It's not the same thing.
The hell?
You got a warrant. So you can get booked on your warrant.
God, I just got on bond for this shit. I'm on bond for it.
It's a different case. I looked it up.
What is it for?
Possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
How? I haven't been in no trouble since I got out of jail.
It's before that. Because your case, again, I'm not going to talk to you about your case.
I'm just saying, my case is from 2019.
Right. Yeah. So
that's what this case is from, that I'm on.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on another one. Mm-hmm. And how is that?
That's what the warrant is for. It's for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
Does it have a bond?
I'll check. I'll check for you. Let me go check. I'll find.
That's crazy.
I'll check. So give me a few minutes because I got to do
this. This is the second one. They pulled me over. They pulled me over and said, you got a warrant for possession of a firearm with a convicted felon.
Okay.
Take me to jail. Give me $176,000 bond.
Okay. I'll find out. I'll find out.
I don't know what's going on. They tell me it's because you got me on the investigation.
Which is true.
So they keep throwing me charges?
I don't think they'll do that. So.
I mean, I don't know. I keep going to jail for fake ass charges. I didn't get caught with no gun or none of that shit.
Mm.
I ain't been caught with any firearms since I've been out of prison.
Okay.
Not one.
Okay. All right.
And I'll
let you know.
All right. So
thank you, man.
I'm just going to jail just to sit.
Well,
You want me to sit? That's why you sending me to jail.
No, I'm done. I don't have anything else for you. I talked to you. I don't need you for anything else.
Okay, I'm just saying,
Yeah. Let me take care of it. I'll let you know about bond. I don't need you for anything else. I mean, unless you want to tell me anything else.
I ain't got nothing to tell you. I'm just telling you, why am I going to jail? For what?
Because there's a arrest warrant out for you for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
And it's from when?
2019 is the CCR number on it. I don't know. So
it's not the same charge.
No, sir. It doesn't appear to be. No, because I think that's all being worked out. Okay.
This shit ain't fair, man. That nigga ain't did a fuck thing, man. God. Why the devil working on me like this? This shit kidnapping, man. I swear to God, this shit kidnapping, man. Man, hell no, man. I ain't got in no motherfucking trouble. They got me fucked up, man. Hit me with these fake ass warrants, man. The fuck? Shit don't even make sense.
Hey, man. Hey, sorry, what's going on? What's that?
I can't make no phone call.
Yeah, I can let you do that. Just give me a few minutes. I'm working on the paperwork, though. I'm trying to get it fast as I can so I can get your stuff done.
I'm saying, do I got a bond?
I'm looking. I haven't been able to look at it yet.
I'm trying to figure out why am I going to jail?
You got a local arrest warrant for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon.
But how? I haven't gotten in any trouble. I haven't been in no trouble.
That's not for me to say or not say. That's what the paperwork shows. I'm going to look up your bond, though.
But that's how I got on this bond in the first. Oh my God.
I'm working as fast as I can. I'll find out the information and get it to you. Okay.
I'm just trying to let my family know that y'all just kidnapped me, man.
Okay.
Shit, just unreal. God, you know I've been doing the right fucking thing, man. Shit, just unreal.
Hey, man, did you have a jacket or anything? You like that? Okay. We're gonna walk through. Turn around for me. There you go. It's worse.
You can write these numbers down on my arm for me.
We'll write them down.
You can take that paper with you. They'll let you have it.
They gonna take it and book it.
Listen to me.
Listen to him.
Go over there. I'm gonna tell them, let this man keep that paper right.
Actually, no, that's right.
So when you go upstairs, you can call somebody.
So do I got a bond?
Dougie, I found out. Sorry. I mean, you kidding me. $500,000 bond. You got a $500,000 bond on a PSCF.
Why?
So, from you having a gun and shooting out in Justina.
I haven't shot nobody in Justina.
That's what you said. It didn't say you shot anybody.
It's shooting.
It said there was an eyewitness that said you were out there and you were shooting in Justina. You had a gun and you were shooting.
The fuck?
Yeah, that's what it says. And it's totally different. It's different. I made sure. It's different.
George Prince was sentenced to 2 consecutive life sentences without the possibility of parole.